Well, it is Monday evening. We're on DAB Digital Radio across Pembrokeshire with your Pure West Sport. And of course, you can watch along on Facebook as well. Let's finish tonight's show by looking back on some of the football that managed to go ahead. We had the torrential rain that hit most of the UK actually on Friday. So there were games off. On the all-weather pitch, though, Fraser, you were at Merlin's Bridge. They won 9-1 against Narberth. We heard from the Merlin's Bridge manager, Mike Preddy, in the first hour of the show. Goals galore at that one.
Yeah, far more one-sided than I envisaged, to be honest. Ben Narberth actually went in on the back of 2 league wins on the bounce, I think, lifted themselves out of the bottom 2. And a win would have taken them above Merlin's Bridge, I believe, on Saturday. They were desperately disappointing, Narberth, to be honest. I think manager Ryan was really disappointed with that. They didn't really lay a glove on Bridge until apart from one solitary goal in the second half. Bridge were efficient. Centre-back Jordan Thomas, outstanding, actually. 4 goals for him. His all-round play was very good. Very assured player, very composed on the ball. And look, you know, Bridge have been up and down this year. Mike Preddy spoke afterwards about the consistency, but there's some promising youngsters there too. There's 17-year-olds who came off the bench, who are looking at the general age of their side. I think they're a side, if they can add a bit and stick together for a couple of years, they'll be a force. They're not title contenders yet, that's for sure. But they, well, there was a couple of rumbles because they hadn't actually won at home in the league this year. Was the old 4G surface working against them? No, Saturday. Well, for the sake of being able to play and train last week when other teams couldn't and get that win, that put the fears to bed for a couple of weeks anyway.
Yeah, some win that really was. So for Hakin United, though, the great start to the season is just continuing, and actually they're really taking control. Gold, aren't they, at the top of Division 1? 4-1 win over Moncton, and it is now, as the weeks go by and the wins continue, it's looking hard to see how anyone is going to stop them.
Yeah, as Jay Power put on social media, that's another one ticked off, boys, and it was 12 games now. It was a top of the table clash, Moncton in second place. Pitch was a bit heavy, obviously, because of the rain we endured during the weekend, especially Friday. But fair play to Hakin. They're up for any challenge at this moment in time. And they played some really good football. So did Moncton, mind, to be fair. Hakin managed to get into a 3-1 half-time lead. And second half, they just controlled matters. They didn't force the issue. Ryan Wilson, their skipper, came off the bench and got a fourth. And they won 4-1, and now they're 13 points clear at the top of the table with 12 games gone. It'll take a betting man to say that they're not going to win the title at this moment in time. But we wait and see. Funny things do happen in football. But Scott Davies is very assured. He's cool under pressure. Not that they got any pressure at the moment. They're just going out and, winning games for fun and play. I have to say, they're playing some really good football as well. They got it on the deck. Everybody's moving around nicely. It's good to watch.
Goodwick United had a win as well. They've had a tricky few weeks, so they'll be pleased with a 4-0 win over Clarbeston. Fraser, do you agree with what Gordon's saying there, that as we 10 more league games, I think, to play, it's going to be hard for anyone to stop Hakin. In fact, by Christmas, this title race could be done and dusted, couldn't it?
Well, I think the way the Senior Cup draw worked out is obviously the first half of the first round games of this Saturday, the rest of the following Saturday, and Hakin are actually, I believe, the only Division 1 game this coming Saturday against Clarbeston Road, for the chance to go 16 clear. Look, you can argue about the teams.
Unbelievable.
You can argue about the teams behind them having games in hand, but the teams behind them are taking points off each other. No one's really, put a stamp of authority on second place at the moment and really come out of that chasing pack. I can't see them losing the title now. I would almost declare it as good as over if they were to win on Saturday and go 16 clear. They won't say that. Scott Davies is far too sensible and modest to start saying that sort of thing. But they look very difficult to stop, and I can't see anyone clawing this back.
Okay, well, it does look like that, doesn't it, at the moment? And well done to Hakin, because their consistency has been phenomenal. You mentioned it there, Fraser. It's the Senior Cup for most of our sides. I think the games are split, like you say, so Hakin will be in league action. Some interesting ties. We can't go through all of them because time is pressing a little bit. But as the first round of the Senior Cup gets underway, we're going to get some predictions from the two of you. Any sides we should be keeping an eye on this season, Gord, as we go into round one?
Well, I tell you what I do fancy is St Ishmael's. They're capable of beating any team. They have beaten Hakin this season.
The only
in a
team
cup
around.
game, 90 minutes or a bit of extra time and penalties or whatever. Hey, they could be a force to be reckoned with. I don't want to put pressure on Tish by predicting how good but they are playing some really good football too. They're a strong outfit. And
Yeah.
cup football might suit them. They could cause a few upsets to the big sides.
Prendergast Villa they play in round 1 at home. So that's a great shout from you, Gord. Fraser, anyone else? I think we'd agree with Gordon on that because Tish have been in great form.
I mean, I always try to go a bit left field with a cup prediction. I can't see past Haken at the moment. If you ask me to pick a winner, I think
bold.
They're picking
That's
off
bold.
well, they're just picking off down just one by one, at the moment, and it's a good performance to stop them. But the cup, I would say, is obviously a lot more open in the league at the moment. And St Ishmael's, Tenby, Goodwick, Moncton, I'd say are all 4 teams who have a good chance, depending on how the draw works out. I don't envisage many giant killings in the first round, looking at the way that draw's gone. I think is there only one all Division 1 tie this coming Saturday, I believe off the top of my head. But I can't see. I think you look Moncton at home to Letterston. You mentioned it there. Oh, Goodwick against Carey.
Yes.
That's the all Division 1 tie.
That's right, yeah. Tish at home to Prendergast Villa, Tenby at home to Haverfordwest Cricket Club.
I think Merlin's Bridge play Penner as well, don't they? I think that's
Merlin's Bridge play Penner, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
So those are probably 2 standout ties.
All right.
But
Okay,
I'm proving very popular, and I going for Tish, and they're playing against my home side, Prendergast Villa. I'm not going to be very very popular in the Villa this week.
To be fair, Gordon, I'd give Wales more chance of beating the All Blacks.
Well, and that's not a bad place to finish actually, because we are nearly out of time. But how much chance, Fraser, do you give Wales of beating North Macedonia in Cardiff tomorrow night? Because you're going to be there, aren't you?
Yeah, I will be there again. I think it'll be difficult actually. North Macedonia, well organised side. We struggle against them away, and you look at the Welsh absentees, didn't play particularly well on Saturday. There is no Kiefer Moore, there is no goal scorer Jordan James, which hopefully heightens the chance of Liam starting if nothing else. There's no Ben Davis.
No.
There's no Ampadu, so those absentees will hurt them. I think they'll be tight tomorrow. I think if Wales are to win it, it'll be a single goal thing. I can't see
Are Leeds being selfish and pulling all their players out so they can rest before the Premier League starts the following week?
Well, I think is Ampadu suspended? I think.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
And Dan James, actually, another Leeds boy, is out injured as well. Gordon's right. Yeah. No, I think we struggled. Saturday wasn't too convincing. There was a time on Saturday when we were heading to a double television of Japan beating Wales and our football team faltering in Liechtenstein. I thought it could have been utterly depressing.
Hey, but it all came good in the end.
Exactly. Convincing victories apiece. Harry Wilson captain in Wales tomorrow, by the way. And Bellamy was very honest as ever. He said, like, I could lie and say this isn't a really important game, but it really is, because we want to win it, because we want that home playoff game, don't we? So and you appreciate his honesty at times like that, and I think that is the right thing. And actually, Fraser, I think what it will do is it will mean there'll be a great atmosphere in Cardiff tomorrow, right behind the team to get that, because that's what Bellamy's asked for, isn't it?
Yes, certainly. I think there'll be a big crowd there tomorrow. And it's just, it's not quite win or bust. Of course, we've got a playoff either way, but it makes a huge difference, a victory tomorrow night. It'll mean a seeded playoff, and I think less than a chance of having to go away. Which means my wife will be happy, because that's one less away trip for me to try and get myself on. So, but yeah, no, it would be a big atmosphere tomorrow, certainly, and that should help.
And Wales win? Wales win, do you think? I think so. I think North Macedonia are beatable in Cardiff, even with those absentees. I think they're not a bad team, but I'm going to go 2-1 Wales tomorrow night.
Yeah, especially with the atmosphere as well. We've got to be confident going into that game. Surely, Fraser, got to be confident.
I think Bellamy will get them over the line tomorrow. Fraser?
I think we'll draw, but I hope I'm wrong.
Okay, well, we shall see. Enjoy your night.
You've got to have a positive attitude, Fraser.
He's asked for it. Yeah. You've got to go there positive tomorrow, Fraser. Bellamy's asked for it. He said so in his press conference today, didn't he? Listen, guys, thank you very much. We are out of time. Big thanks again to James Hook for being on the show. You can watch that video back on the Facebook page, catch up as well on anything you might have missed on the website at purewestradio.com. Thank you, Gordon. Thank you, Fraser. Thank you, Matthew, for holding it all together. We will be back again next Monday from 7. The 2-hour takeover is on the way next. Good night.
One task to shout